Welcome back to Too Old, Too New, the music discovery podcast that brings you something old, something new, something Nate, something Bruce. I'm Nate Runkle, host of the Yo, That's My Jawn podcast, and with me, as always, is my good friend Bruce Warren from WXPN. The premise of this show is simple. Each week we bring you two songs apiece. One new song that has been metaphorically spinning our turntable platters, and one old song that we believe still absolutely matters. What is up?
All right. You still got it, man.
Got it. It's been a while, but it's still there. It's ingrained.
All right. Yeah, it's been a minute, as Aerosmith say. We're back in the saddle again.
Yeah, man.
And we're here to talk about something really special now, right?
Yes. So I don't know if you're listening to it on the audio, you're not going to see this, but if you're watching it on the video, you can see on my T-shirt that I am wearing an XPoNential Music Festival T-shirt presented by Subaru, because this weekend is the XPoNential Music Festival 2025, put on by WXPN every year. And last year we did a cool little kind of preview of some things we were looking forward to. And we figured what better way than to celebrate the XPoNential Music Festival than to bring it back for a second year and to disrupt this brief hiatus we took.
Yeah, which we both needed.
Yes, very much so.
And exciting things have happened during that time. But yeah, we're here to talk about the festival. It's 3 days from now, actually 2 days from now, right? Today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday. So it starts on this Friday. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the basic info is it is in Camden, New Jersey at the Wiggins waterfront. And we have upwards to 25 or 26 bands playing over the 3 days. Some great national names, some incredible local names. And we're here to talk a little bit about it. And tickets, by the way, you can get them at xpnfest.org. And we won't be selling tickets at the gate. So if you show up at the gate, if you have your phone, you'll be able to get a ticket. But get them ahead of time. We have weekend passes and single day tickets as well.
It is, I've said it numerous times and I'll say it again, my favorite festival in the world. And not just because I'm a hometown homer or anything like that. I just think, listeners of WXPN expect this, but for people who maybe aren't familiar or are just familiar with us, XPN curates a really wide range of artists, some on the rise, some on the way back down, some in the middle, but you get a little bit of something. So you might see somebody at the XPoNential Music Fest on a small stage 1 year, and 2 years later you will be fighting people with elbows to get close to see them on the big stage, or maybe even somewhere else at Wells Fargo, or in the case of the Lumineers, Citizens Bank Park, the Lumineers played on the smallest of stages there,
That's right.
So it's your chance, it's your opportunity to find a new band, your new favorite band, or revisit an old one.
It's exactly right, Nate. And, this year we've got obviously some amazing headliners, really strong support. So, first of all, I've been going to Newport Folk Festival for the last couple of years, and it's really interesting to go to another festival as just a fan of music. It's absolutely fantastic. They have overlapping stages. Our festival does not have any overlapping stages. So there's typically 5 minutes between each set. There's 2 stages. I also went to See Here Now this past Saturday. Had to go see Alabama Shakes and LCD Sound System. And I was super impressed with that festival, and so, we don't have as many people showing up at See Here Now. Usually between 8,000 and 10,000 people show up to Expo Fest. And we've got some amazing headliners. This year, Courtney Barnett is playing, very excited. Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory is playing, very exciting. And I'll talk about Friday night's headliner in a minute, but to your point about, some of the, bands that are kind of consistently, you will hear them on WXPN, folks like Richard Thompson's playing, folks like Preservation Hall Jazz Band are playing, Green Sky Bluegrass are playing. And did I mention Richard Thompson? Yeah,
Yeah.
Richard Thompson's playing. So, and actually, it's funny. In 1992, Penn's Landing did the first here on the Philadelphia side of the river. Penn's Landing did the first of 2 years of a festival they called the Singer Songwriter Weekend, and we were a radio promotional partner in those 2 years. And then in '94, we actually took the festival over from the city of Philadelphia. But in '92, the two headliners were Billy Bragg and Richard Thompson.
Oh, hell
Is that
yeah.
crazy?
That's amazing.
So, Richard's one of our longtime amazing guys.
I feel like in honor of Richard, I should turn this backwards. There we
Yeah,
go.
it's a good point. I'm going to play you some new Kathleen Edwards. Kathleen is a five-timer and has an amazing new album out called Billionaire. One of my personal faves. First of all, everybody on the bill is one of my personal faves. But Kathleen and XPN have a long time, 20 plus year relationship. And, she could record an album of silence and we would probably play it. And she will rock. So let's do this from Kathleen's new album. Great song, and I told Kathleen that we better get at least a 20-minute guitar solo during that. That's one of the longer songs on her new album. But she'll play, some of them are hits, she'll play some new stuff, and as always, she will be absolutely amazingly funny, and hopefully she won't curse too much. So there you go, that's Kathleen. And Kathleen's playing on Saturday, and also on the bill on Saturday is Tune Yards, Soccer Mommy, some great locals, Owen Stewart and Maxwell Stern. Molly Tuttle is playing. Sharon Van Etten is playing on Saturday. And the winner of our 2025 Song Challenge, an incredible local musician named Sadie Gust. So that's the Saturday lineup.
She is fantastic. I wouldn't say as good as I was during the song challenge, but whatever. But no, I'm just kidding. No, she was absolutely incredible, absolutely slated. Kathleen's new album is absolutely phenomenal, and one of the things that stood out to me about it that really made me laugh, because I remember it happening maybe 2 or 3 years ago, is she has that song about people getting mad at her for posting the picture of the trucks on Twitter. And I remember all of that going down because it was it was like the pinnacle of silliness of watching people get upset about something completely innocuous. And I love that it stuck with her as much as it stuck with me.
Yeah, Need a Ride. That's the song
Yes.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great song. It's a great song. And actually, Kathleen played 2 years ago, and she played Say Goodbye at the festival 2 years ago. I tweaked it a little bit over the years, but it's really good. What are you looking forward to?
So there's so much, you named a lot of the people I'm looking forward to. Tune Yards is just going to be incredible, especially like outdoor. That's a Soccer Mommy, somebody I've been wanting to see in an outdoor setting. I'm going to keep bigging up this festival, but like these are my favorite stages to see bands, because this is, to me, you can tell if somebody has the goods or not, whether or not how they can command an audience, especially because, like we said, not everybody in that audience is going to know every single band that's there. So like watching people become converts and watching people kind of, like I said, find their new favorite band, or like fall deeper in love with somebody that they, maybe heard 1 or 2 songs from. And I'm looking forward to that moment from somebody who I've been a fan of for a very long time, but have I don't even know how this is possible. I have never seen live. All right. And that is our own local Emily Drinker. I've never seen Emily perform live. I've seen videos, I've seen, heard albums and stuff like that, but I've never actually been there. And I'm really excited, especially because on her latest album, she has this song that is absolutely phenomenal, and I would love to it's kind of based in it's around a vocal sample, but I'd love to sample it and rap on it and give her a remix if she'd ever want it. Just putting that out there. If you ever want to,
Just hey, Nate, just do it. Just do it.
I might just
And
do it
send
and
it
just
to her.
send it to her. I might have to do it.
Yeah.
But Emily's phenomenal, and I'm so happy to see her on this lineup, and I'm so excited that I'm going to get to see this song live. Hopefully, knock on wood, she better play it. I'll be mad if she doesn't. This is Ode to Bernice.
Until we make a difference, we won't
Yeah.
give up.
Yeah. Emily's great. Emily's great. Emily's
She
great.
used that as her submission for the Tiny Desk contest for 2025. So there's an incredible live version up there, and then I just saw today there's an old version of it that's just her by herself with a piano from a few years back. So this it seems to have been gestating for some time, but a big fan of Emily Drinker and love that track Ode to Bernice.
Yeah, great. So let's talk about the locals for a quick second, because we have Emily Drinkers playing on Sunday. We usually have 2, 3 local area musicians play each day. Sunday it's Emily with Xenadelphia. Saturday it's Maxwell Stern and the Good Light Band, along with Sadie Gus, and then Owen Stewart is going to have his whatever 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 piece band rocking the festival. Owen made a great record this year that I keep referring to as Mad Dogs and Philadelphians.
Oh,
It's a
okay, yeah,
totally,
yeah.
it's a great record. It's totally, it's a classic rock in inspired collection of incredible songs, and he's great. And then on Friday night we have Fazia Hart and Black Butterfly, who Black Butterfly does sort of like the 70s funk R&B thing. And we have sort of a theme on Friday night. We have a very popular show on WXPN on Fridays from 4 to 7 called Funky Friday. We do, Dan Reed plays vintage funk, R&B, and soul. So as we started booking the festival this year, we noticed that there was like a rhythmic theme unfolding. So we went in on it. We just decided let's pull it all together. So we have a great Funky Friday lineup with Black Butterfly, Preservation Hall Jazz Band, a band that I think is going to fall into the category, Nate, that you described as the band you probably don't know that you will fall in love with. They're called Southern Avenue from Memphis, Tennessee. Fazia, Snack Time are playing, and I cannot wait to see this band again. War. That's right. All my friends know the fucking Low Rider, baby. Come on. They played non-com. What did they play? Non-com a couple years ago. Do you remember seeing that?
I wasn't there
And
for it, but I do remember. Yeah, that was I think 2 years ago,
Okay.
maybe.
There's still Lonnie Jordan's still very active. The band is incredible. We know all their songs. They are totally amazing. So to get us warmed up a little bit, let's do this little clip of Low Rider. So it's going to be a party. So
Hell yeah.
we're really psyched for War to be playing on. They're headlining on Friday night.
Here's a question I got for you about that Friday
Yeah.
night lineup, and that is Prez Hall and Snack Time. They're gonna have to play together at some point, right? Like it's gonna have to happen.
I say nothing.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take that. Yeah.
Just show up. Just show up.
Trust. I'm there for that. I'm also there
There you
for
go.
another for my old pick, another band that I've been a fan of for a very long time, and that is the Spin Doctors are playing this year.
Hell yeah!
And
come on.
I am stoked as hell for this. Like that was like the biggest shock of all the announcements. Because I think it was announced before their new album dropped, possibly. So I didn't realize there was a new album coming out. But I've been a big Spin Doctors fan for a very long time. Um, Obviously, starting with the album Pocket Full of Kryptonite, which was just banger after banger on there. I'm still at the point in my life where if someone asks me what time is it, I have to tell them it's 4:30. It's not late. No, it's just early. I'm an obsessive, and I'm super excited for them. I saw Chris Barron solo a few years ago, and he is still just an absolute professional on stage. I've been talking to them about coming on the podcast and having a conversation. We've been bouncing back and forth. It's going to happen at some point. I'm trying to force it right now. But for my old pick, I am going to pick probably my favorite song off of Pocket Full of Kryptonite, which was not one of the big ones that you may remember, your Jimmy Olsen's Blues or your Little Miss Can't Be Wrong or your Two Princes. No, the standout track to me is How Could You Want 'Em When You Know You Could Have Me, which is not just a brilliant title, but a brilliant song. So let's listen to a little bit of that right now.
It's a matter.
Oh yeah, baby, the '90s are back.
That's
Come on.
I like to call that indie rock Marvin's Room. From Drake, which actually would be a pretty good.
Wait. Hold on. I'm trying to hear that. I get it. I guess I gotta A B them.
Yeah, think about it. We'll
But
put it on a playlist.
I
Give
hear
it a-
where you're, and of course, Nate, you would go for the deep track, and I'd love
Well,
that
that's-
about
that's
you.
who I
So
am.
thank you. Thank you for
My favorite, that song opens with one of my favorite lines, which is, "I'm quite contented to take my chances against the Guildensterns and Rosencrantzes," because, look, you want to drop a Shakespeare reference in the opening line of your song, I'm there for it.
right.
But yeah,
So
go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I
I
was
was
just
gonna
going
say Spin Doctors are playing. Oh, go ahead.
we're kicking the rust off the off the tires. No, I was just gonna say, I'm really excited for kind of to see them kind of on a stage where I can actually hear them play. Do you know what I mean? Like where I
Yeah,
can.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. And the sound company, the sound every year is great. We've been working with the same sound and light people for years, and it's always super fun. Now, if you can't be there, if you are from out of town, or if you're in town and you can't be there, I will tell you that we will be streaming everything live on the radio, and we're doing video for the whole thing as well. And when I was stepping on you there, I wanted to say the Spin Doctors play on Sunday,
Oh, okay. So,
not at 4:30, but they are part of the bill that also includes Daniel Donato's Cosmic Country, Craig Finn from the Hold Steady, Green Sky Bluegrass. Courtney Barnett is headlining, and Emily Drinker, your aforementioned singer-songwriter from Philly. And I intentionally left Michigander for last because he's another amazing musician that I know that people are probably going to see Jason for the very first time, and he is a great live performer, and he's just incredible on stage. So we're really psyched for what we believe is a fantastic weekend, and the weather looks great. So as we say at the station, it's all about the weather sometimes.
hell
So,
yeah.
we got it on our side right now. So anyway, there you go. So hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah, so
You know?
so this weekend tickets still available. You can get them at xpnfest. Is that a .org or is that a .com?
.org.
Okay, xpnfest.org. Also, you want to go to this fest to help support a public radio, which is something that we kind of missed in our hiatus, which is the pooling of public funding from radio man, that fucking pisses me off. I'm gonna be honest. I actually got a bunch of messages from people who are listeners to the show who wanted to know kind of what is the status of a station like XPN in the face of that.
Good question. We're cautiously optimistic. We're keeping our heads down. We're looking at, the bottom line every day, seeing where things stand, where the revenue is. Ultimately at the end of the day, our job is to, provide as much value as we can as programmers. And that's what we're that's what we're doing. We're keeping our heads down and just doing what we do best and giving the listeners and members what they come to us for and support us financially for all the time. So cautiously optimistic is probably a good way of describing sort of where we're at, you know. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're listening to this and you'd like to donate to the station or become a member, you can go to xpn.org, drop some money off there. There's some good things you can receive, including is it still, if you become a member now, can you still get a discounted ticket for the festival this weekend?
Not anymore.
Oh, you missed it.
Not anymore.
You missed it, dummies.
Sorry. Membership does have its benefits.
But it does.
At some point.
Yeah. If you become a member, then next year's festival, you get a discounted ticket. It can't be beat. But
but here's it. My boss, Roger LeMay, our station manager, he says it's like the ultimate gathering of the XPN tribe, and it's a feel good event and it's great. People, people talk about community a lot of times. And, I think sometimes when people talk about community, they mistake watching a concert for community. But watching a concert is only one part of the community at work. What happens at the XPN event is people turn to each other. They watch what's happening on the stage. They turn to each other. They talk to each other. They find new friendships, and that's community, and it's just a remarkable feeling to be a part of that. And hopefully like I said, we'll see y'all there.
Yeah, and I'll piggyback off of that because, like, if you want to go to a show where you are surrounded by like-minded people who enjoy the same things in music as you do, this is definitely the place to be. Because I've made friends that I've seen every year there.
To my point.
Absolutely.
And
not just that, but you can also bump into, say, a Bruce Warren or a Dan Reed walking around, or a Nate Runkle. Yeah, sure. But no, you can bump into the people who you spend so much time listening to every day. And have a familiar conversation because you both know that you both share and love in this great thing that we call music. It's a beautiful thing, my friends, is all I'm getting at. And tickets are available at xpnfest.org. You can find all of these songs on our Spotify playlist, which will be linked in the show notes. You can find Bruce on the socials at Some Velvet Blog. You can find me on the socials at Yo That's My Jawn. Find us on Substack. The video will be up there. The video will also be up on YouTube. I haven't had to edit anything in a while, so it should be up with some speed. And of course, you can always hear Bruce on WXPN every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Following Sleepy Hollow, or you can listen to me on Why Not Radio at whynotradio.net every other Monday. I was just on last night, so 2 weeks you can hear me. Guys, I missed you, and Bruce, I missed you, and it feels good to be back.
Yeah, man, good to see you. All right, keep on rocking. See you soon.
Truth. Come on, hang with me, Bruce. Too old, too new, we're the truth. Come on, hang with me, Bruce. Too old, too new, we're the truth.